I'm Paul Denny from Paul Denny Conveyancing, and I've been conveyancing for 41 years now, so pretty much seen it all, although not absolutely everything. What I wanted to talk to you about this morning was what our role is when a property is being sold. Now, essentially our role in the first instance is to prepare the contract. A property cannot be offered for sale in New South Wales without there being a full contract available. The idea being that if a buyer turns up, they can exchange immediately, thus avoiding this situation which we call gazumping. Now, the preparation of the contract involves the assembling of a number of documents which we call prescribed documents. In other words, they have to be in the contract. Now, if they're not, the purchaser can walk away for anything up to 14 days after exchange of contract and get their deposit back. So the big responsibility we have is to make sure every one of those prescribed documents is actually in the contract. Now, some of them are very obvious, like a title search or a zoning certificate. Everyone knows about those. But there's a few others which are a little bit more obscure, such as with the sewer main, there has to be two diagrams. One showing the sewerage infrastructure around the property, and the other one showing how the sewer main is connected to the house. If both of those are not in the contract, a purchaser has that 14-day right of rescission. Another one, which is a common trap, is that with a swimming pool, there must be either a certificate of compliance for the pool or a certificate of non-compliance. If neither of those are in a contract, again, a purchaser can just walk away. Just imagine the drama if you've sold a property and on the basis of think you've sold it, go off and buy another one and then find out a few days later the purchaser can just walk away. So I can't underestimate the importance of making sure the contract is spot on. Now, having got past that, of course, the next thing is to exchange the contract and take it through to settlement. Big thing that's been introduced in recent years is that now, having sold a property, assuming the price is over $750,000, which in Sydney would be pretty much everything, we also now have to get from the Australian Taxation Office a clearance for capital gains tax purposes. And if we don't get that clearance, the purchaser is obliged to retain 12.5% of the sale price now. So if it's a $2 million property, that's $250,000 is held back by the purchaser and sent to the Australian Taxation Office. So our job is to make sure that doesn't happen. Similarly, with the state government, we have to get a clearance for land tax. The implications of that are not quite as severe, but certainly the ATO one is very. As a sideline, acting for a purchaser, if a purchaser fails to get that clearance and still doesn't retain the money, the purchaser is liable pay that $250,000 anyway. So all of these things are very intense and must be addressed in both the sale and purchase of a property.